listen, you know what? I'm going to start taking questions. One of the questions I'll answer right now, because I know people ask me, many people are asking about Stargate Extinction, the script that's written that Joe Malazzi and Paul Mully did. All I know, and I'll tell you right now, is that it's written. I believe I'm in it. I think all the main cast are in it. But I think they're just waiting to see if they're going to greenlight it for go into production. So I really don't know what's going to happen with it. That's a job for the producers. So hopefully it happens because it would be nice. Would you guys like to see that? Cool. I love that. And there's also a little shout out to a little miniature Beckett right here, Miles. Can you stand up? Look at this kid. Yeah, stand up on the chair. Let them see the jacket. Look at that. Scottish flag and everything. And you notice this, you notice the patch on his shoulder there? The Scottish Saltaire, the flag? I don't know if you noticed this, but in Season 5 when the character came back, actually Season 4, Beckett never had his Scottish patch on again. And then when we got to the season finale, and, I called up Joe Malazzi and I said, listen, can you do me a favor? Can we have wardrobe sew the patch back on for the very last scene? As sort of a little, homage to the fans. And he's like, absolutely. So in the very last scene of the last episode, Beckett has his patch back on, and that was for you guys. So thank you. And, you get the actors like Gary Jones, for example, who is well-versed at everything. That's what I'm used to seeing Gary do, just a walk by, because he's a background performer most of the time. And keep walking, hot shot. Oh, Gary, come on.
He was crying.
I know, he is crying. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's over it. He's fine. But thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Let's have over here, please, sir.
Paul, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
How different, for those people who don't know what a dog's breakfast was,
a dog's breakfast. Okay, go ahead, finish.
how different would that have been had you been like the director instead of David Hewlett?
I think we all know the answer to that.
No, we don't. That's why.
No, that's just would it be different? Jesus, I don't know. David did such a great job directing that. He really did. He directed it, and I always say it's a tough thing to direct it. Not only direct it, you wrote it, you're co-producing it, and you're in every scene in it. So that's pretty difficult. But I often tell the story. I haven't told it here, so I'll tell it now. One of my big memories from that. For the people that don't know, it's a movie that David Hewlett did, and you should check it out. It's really funny, and his lovely wife Jane Lohman co-produced it with John Lennox, who's one of the producers on SGU now. And I had the good fortune of being a co-star in it. And he asked me, he said, listen, I'm going to do this really cool movie. It's a comedy. My sister's going to be in it. You're going to be her love interest. And Kate's really lovely. So I thought, that's great. And I'm going to be this curmudgeon-y character, and you're going to be this guy. It's sort of a soap opera sci-fi star. It's really funny. So right away I channeled Joe Flanagan. And then I bought extra hair gel and then just started tossing it on, And then I said to him, I said, well, that's great. And he goes, with it. And, here's the neat thing. You're also playing a woman in it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And when we looked at the character, he said, like, what kind of accent? It was really funny. You played the 3 different characters. I'm like, that's great. And we're talking. I was going to do like kind of a New York-y accent, like really Bronx, New York-y accent for the girl. And I'm like, what we should do? We should, pay tribute to all the Stargate fans, and I do a Scottish woman accent. And David's like, yes, totally. So I do that, and then I remember when I first had the first makeup test for the character, I'm like, okay, the guy came in, he says, we're going to make you into a beautiful woman. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And that's just, I had freshly shaved legs, too. And that hurt. And then, so he's making, he's getting me going, and everything's happening, and he starts putting the makeup on. I have thick eyebrows, so he's covered those up. He's got all these things he's doing, and this guy had done a lot of drag queens in town and stuff, and then he puts the wig on. I'm like, you know what? I do look pretty hot. And then I think I can pass this. But then once I put the bra on and then I put the heels on, I looked in the mirror. I'm like, I'm a linebacker. And all you women out there that walk in heels, bless you, because that is so hard. And so anyway, my story is David and I were outside. I think it was maybe like the 4th or 5th day of shooting. The whole entire shoot, it is pouring rain. Vancouver's known for its rain, but this was torrential downpour. So basically, David's outside. There's a scene where he falls out of his bathroom window when the detective comes to the door, and he is naked, lying in the mud with soap suds on his butt. I am standing above him in my high heels and a dress on and looking at his character, and all of a sudden the camera guys, you ready to shoot? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, I got to go change the lens on the camera. Can you hold this? So I'm holding an umbrella over David in my heels like this, looking at him. He's on the ground looking at me naked. I have to stare at his butt. And I look at him. It's pouring rain on us, and they're taking a while, but we can't move because David's naked, and I'm standing holding the umbrella over him. And I look at him. I go, David. He's like, what? And he looks at me. I'm like, this better be funny. He goes, yeah, no kidding. And as I say that, my heel starts sinking into the mud like this. I just look at him. And then I couldn't get out. Almost like, you know. That was one of my fond memories from that shoot. But it was a lot of fun. And, you know, hopefully maybe they'll do a Dog's Breakfast too. That would be cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.